mean, in part, why we have some non-negotiable criteria is to do some of that filtering up front, right? So anything for me that generally is very early in their journey, perhaps no retail presence, all of
Okay.
that probably goes on the too difficult pile. And yes, obviously there's buckets within that. So, people I need to care about in the next 3 months, 6 months, year, 2 years.
Wow.
And then, yeah, I mean, the rest of it, look, it's as much as we speak about AI for everything else, yes, there are tools that help pull out the information we might need to see. So, key facts and figures, a bit about the team, that's been very helpful, but it's still a human review, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, we all sift individually, and then we have, probably at least one meeting a week where everybody sits and says, here's the middle bucket that we need to decide, is it worth a meeting? Is it not worth a meeting? And yeah, having different perspectives on that is very helpful. But yes, it's the biggest part of the job, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Just
it's really
keep
interesting
going.
because it sounds like you have to be very segmented in your approach too. Like there's the what do we want to look at now? What do we want to keep warm for later? What do we want to say, just too early, not for us? And like being very thoughtful and methodical in how you approach that and connect across the entire organization too, to keep that pipeline moving.
Yeah, and that's forever evolving, right? I think that's certainly a massive part of it. And from our perspective, and every fund will do it differently, but ultimately, there are A sectors and B subsectors that we're very excited about. We would generally always take a meeting, things like longevity at the moment. We really want to understand that. We want to know what everyone's doing. You try to assimilate as much as you possibly can. And then I guess for other more traditional categories, we have such a bank of things we've seen,
Yeah.
businesses we've spoken to that then in some areas, we truly have to see something exceptional for us to take it forward because we've just seen, in skincare, we've probably seen, I don't know, close to 5,000. I've probably seen close to 10,000 businesses, right, over my
Right.
time.
Right.
And so if I find it hard because founders come to us, it's their baby, it's their life and soul, and I crush their dreams in whatever it is, one lovely worded email. So I think it's a real balance, but ultimately we have to be true to ourselves and know what we want to see in any of these categories. So we do a lot of thought work internally. For next year we'll set here are the areas that we really care about, what we want to do and where we want to invest, and that helps set the guardrails for sure.